Welcome to the PEARRM Services YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for weekly updates. Welcome to this week's topic. To be an empathetic leader, it's important that leaders are in tune to their own feelings. Empathetic leaders need to be able to picture themselves in someone else's shoes. For a leader to be able to picture themselves in their employees' shoes, they themselves have to understand and acknowledge their own feelings. In addition to understanding and acknowledging their own feelings, empathetic leaders also do a really good job of being vocal about their feelings, sharing those feelings, and making sure that they're doing a really good job of making it normal and comfortable to be open and empathetic in the workplace. Great leaders have their pulse on their own emotions. However, they also ensure that they recognize their own biases, and they're always seeking for ways to improve and to build on their strengths. Those are the types of leaders who role model behaviors and ensure that they're looking for opportunities within the workplace and in how they lead to call those out among their own employees. Empathetic leaders are true leaders as it relates to empathy. They make it known where they're empathizing with their employees, and they encourage others to do the same. Empathetic leaders start by cultivating a strong focus on showing empathy, and they are deliberate about their own self-care. They recognize ways in which others are not necessarily being good about self-care, and they highlight how they're able to take care of themselves, making it normal for others to do the same. Empathetic leaders also pause daily for gratitude. They ensure that they look for opportunities to be grateful and share those as much as possible. They also give employees undivided attention, and they ensure that they're asking questions and they're removing judgment from how they lead. To be able to build and foster an environment of openness, empathetic leaders lead the way by ensuring that the environment is one that fosters trust and that fosters openness. Empathetic leaders recognize ways where their employees are not leveraging their strengths and are not taking care of themselves. And they ensure that they call those out and also make space for employees to be able to practice self-care and also to be more open and to play a part in building trust on the team. Empathetic leaders also value listening. They are very good about absorbing what they see and hear on their teams. And they look for ways to ensure that they fully understand what they see and what they hear. Empathetic leaders also recognize ways in which they need to have private conversations versus public ones. What topics, what examples are appropriate for a group setting, and what topics and what situations need to be addressed in private. Empathetic leaders are better leaders because they recognize ways in which they themselves need to be in tune with their own feelings, but they also recognize ways in which they need to lean in and be there for their employees. It's important that for leaders to be empathetic, they are in tune to their own feelings. They recognize and celebrate ways in which they are doing well as it relates to self-care. They understand their employees and they ask for questions and look for opportunities to continue to support their employees. They also do a very good job of making sure that they foster an environment of trust and openness. Thank you for listening to this week's topic. And I look forward to connecting with you again next week on the next leadership topic.